So hope you guys are doing well. Personally, I'm doing very nice. I was reading Genesis, and I just like to share something that I saw that was quite just lovely. It made me feel so happy. I was reading Genesis. Mm, Genesis what? Hiyo part ya hiyo iko wapi? Yeah, hii part ya Sodom and Gomorrah, si ndio? No, tuanze chapter 18. Chapter 18 talks about how Lord appeared to Abraham. So now like setting ni hii Abraham amekaa kwa tent yao because he was living in Canaan. Sasa na obviously like wanakaa kwa tents hiyo vyote. Then now it was like midday and kukwanga na jua mob, so alikuwa amekaa hapo kwa the edge of the tent, si ndio? Sasa hapo kwa shade, and then akaona 3 men, then akaenda and he acknowledged like he knew them. Well, didn't know them, but he knew it was the Lord, si ndio? Kuna mtu alisema hivi, I don't know asamanga that there's this person that said that when a person akikuja kukugreet and then a bow down like face kwa ground, inasemanga hivyo. Inasema verse 2, he looked up and noticed 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he ran to meet them and welcomed them, bowing low to the ground. Waita, my Lord. So this guy was saying that those days when you bow down to the ground here, you know who that person is. So I believe Abraham knew that this was the Lord. No. Then outside there were 3, the Lord and 2 other angels. Here unajua it's 2 other angels because ukisoma somo utaona tu itakuwa Lord alafu utaona like the other angels inasema in chapter 19. So here umewete. Sasa akawa greet and like alikuwa like akaenda akaambia Sarah tengeneze chakula delicious tamu sana, and then sasa nini and then sawa akasimama akapush unaona after wameanza kula nini akona wasindi, si ndio? Na sawa akafika hapo uko juu kwa where were they standing? I don't know where they were standing, but they could see Sodom, yeah? And then now God akaambia Abraham his plan ya kwenda anaenda kufanya nini? Alimwambia nini? Anasema verse 20, I have heard a great outcry from Sodom and Gomorrah because their sin is so flagrant. I'm going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know. I mean, God has never yet he's everywhere. Like God is interesting. So and then now those 2 angels went, and then the Lord remained with Abraham. And then now Abraham anamuuliza God, if there was only 40 righteous people, will you still destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Because you're a just God. Obviously you won't kill the innocent with the wicked in nini. God akapo, no, I won't kill the 40. Akasema, what about if there were 35 people? Hakasema, no, I won't kill the 35 people. Hakasema, what about 20 people? God akasema, no, I won't kill the 20 people. Hakasema nini? Kaneleve. As in, I think when I saw my phone, and I just felt so happy because I was just imagining, like I was just imagining, like I'm just picturing that moment and how God was just like a father. You know how like somebody you love like a parent, sasa mtoto wake, the babies like just ask a million questions, but God hakui irritated. So that's what I was saying. Like mtoto anaweza sawa akona mamake, sijui kama ushaona this situation yenye like a child sasa kwa panuza mamake, hey mom, hii ni nini na inafanya nini, nani alitengeneza hii na and then now the mama hapo anajibu tu patiently. But now I'm imagining now how God is, because God is patient, God is kind, he's merciful, he's just filled with love. God is love actually, na so now akapo tu anamjibu, he's not getting irritated, he's not getting like huyu mtu ananiuliza sana, hamu-interrupt, like it's giving, guys, it's giving love, it's giving affection, it's giving love, period. I love it, to be honest, I loved it. And then kwa sababu hii aspect ya love, so kusoma chapter 19, sasa there's those two angels went to Sawa na Sodom, and then Lot akawa receive, akamwambia akuja kwa nyumba yao, akamwambia wapikia food, akawa invite nini to spend the night. And then now all the men in Sodom wakasema I don't know, nilisoma, I just felt like laughing. And all of them, do you know it says all the men, not even women, all the men wakasema wakwavya I mean, I'm so sure those angels were like, the disrespect. You can't respect me. I mean, that was just, I can't even. Can you imagine how God hates sin? Like how God hates, like ukisoma ma Exodus manini, hakuna opportunity ya light and darkness. Hakuna yongo. There's nothing. And imagine, that was nasty. That was just wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then Sam Lot akamua haraka na the two angels came say, manze, you need to get out of here. Take your wife, your children, your girls, their husbands, and anybody else mutoroke, because God is going to send down sulfur from hook of fire and sulfur, and hizo mambo zote ichome the whole place, you know. And then now guys, sasa nikwanga sana feel up a lot, like Lot akwapo anaambia the fiancés wa his daughters how wanamcheka and then jokes, and then he got a little bit hesitant. Nasemanga hapa, when Lot still hesitated, imagine the angel seized his hand and the hands of his wife and two daughters and rushed them to safety outside the city, for the Lord was merciful. Because verse 15, at dawn the next day, the angels became insistent. Hurry, they said to Lot, take your wife, your daughters who are here, get out right now, or you will be swept away in the destruction of the city, As in, I can't, like, can you imagine? Like, it's so real when you God anasemanga, I will protect my children, sindio? Fear not, for I am with you, be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my victorious right hand. It's so interesting. Like God has a mangi how to in a bad situation, because obviously Samanga will experience trials and nini. But imagine he will help us. Like, and actually I really love the Old Testament, because I feel like the Old Testament really does bring out, like, now is my stories mingi is the delicious stories. Drama. Old Testament. As I feel like Old Testament in a bringing it to life what God says. God will protect you, unaona hapa, and protect his children. God will provide, unaona, and provide. And he's just providing with weird things. How can I see birds coming to me and let her food? Like, high-end in a logic. I am so finally, guys, I know you're seeing a lot of hand movement. Anyway. So yeah, and then what was I saying? Imagine, it's a lot of couple, like I can't even imagine. Hidi kabidi, the angels wamshike na wamtoa. Akili nifurahisha roho, because seti God akwapo akozileza. We, utoki aya kabas. Unaona like anakusaidia, my gosh, anatusaidia man. Oh, kuna history I wanted to say. What do I want to talk about? There's something I wanted to mention concerning. I hope this video is recorded. Me, hii simu yangu. Hey, let me see. Oh, it's recording. Wait, Tumeka, how long? 10 minutes. Anyway, it's recording, guys. It's recording. Sema kuna time niko hapa. Okay, nisi waste time. But anyway, imagine. Verse 20 nasema, but God had listened to Abraham's request and kept Lot safe, removing him from the disaster that engulfed the cities on the plain. Okay, God is so merciful. So kwanza ukisoma hapa hii mambo ya I don't know, hii mambo ya venye God alikuwa anaambia Abraham that nilikuwa nimesoma hapa, this is hata hii relate nilikuwa naongelea, but I just feel like mentioning like the way God alikuwa anaambia Abraham, like anamwambia like the way he'll have descendants nini, but now those descendants will be enslaved for 400 years, and so ndo ata defeat how the whatever, and the reason why enjoy verse 16 of chapter 15. After 4 generations, the descendants will return here to this land, for the sins of the Amorites did not yet warrant their destruction. What? Like, imagine. I can only imagine that whole period of sijui how many years. I feel like a lot of years. If the Israelites stayed for 400 years, I believe there were a lot of years yenye God ameonyesha kina Amorites a lot of grace to the point yenye sasa like imefika mwisho, like it has no say your sin imewarrant the destruction. Na nafikiranga hivyo, like I find that to be so interesting. Isn't that interesting? That is so interesting. And also one thing I was reading hapa nikisoma Genesis, like your aspects, yeah, like God really does speak to his children. Nah, it's not that difficult. Imagine, I feel like maybe sometimes I just complicate things mimi. Like imagine, come on, it's not difficult. God hapa akitaka kuongelesha Abraham anamuongelesha. There's nothing Abraham anashakati huku. I mean, okay, was that appropriate to say? I don't know. Was it? Anyway, like God speaks to his babies, and kenye tu nataka sisi tufanye is to follow his commands. Like even when anasemanga kwanza verse chapter 17 anasema, when Abraham was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, I am El Shaddai, God Almighty. Serve me faithfully and live a blameless life. I will make a covenant with you by which I guarantee to give you countless descendants. Like imagine that's what God wants. And I believe this is so unrelated to what I was talking about, but I believe if you've ever wondered, like if you've ever wanted like God to speak to you, imagine it's not rocket science, like singumu, like hakuna anything, ni wewe tu, you just do your part, and obviously God will do his. I love this verse in John 14, anasemanga John 14:21, God says, for those who follow his commandments, those who do what God says, God will, Jesus himself, anasemanga, I myself will manifest, like ataji manifest to you. Manifest means make known, like he will make himself known to you. Like what? Imagine hakuna anything, like hakuna, ni wewe tu kufollow God's command. Akisema read the Bible, meditate day and night. Kama unahitaji usaidizi unakuwa honest na yeye, like it's basically a relationship. It's like God is calling us to relationship, and he's all about loving you. Like anakuita kukulove, anakuita, well, sasa anakuita kukulove juu alikuwa anakulove either way, but anakuita sasa now you get to experience that love, sindo ukwe open, like your eyes ikwe opened, you get to experience this life in all its fullness. Like it's such a beautiful thing, and when you be intentional, it's not, I don't know, it's not even hard hata kwa hii aspect ya kuwa intentional, because it's a relationship. I feel like when somebody makes it religion, sasa inaanza kuwa ngumu, inaanza kuwa inaanza kuwa kazi. Imagine, come on, haikwangi kazi kuongelesha your mom ama anybody that you treasure in your heart, so no, haikwangi kazi kuongelesha. So unawaongelesha tu, whether it's your mom ama your friend, a close friend, ama your boyfriend, ama anyone else. Like haikwangi ngumu, unaongelesha tu. You even think yourself you want to talk to, like you want to, unaona. That me hata sijui na wapi na hiyo, but anyway, niko nasema hiyo part. Like kwanza the fact that God akapo tu anasikiza Abraham ana repeat the same thing, and repeat to God akapo tu anamjibu truthfully, like hata ham pressuring. I love it. Love patenya anavuta a lot. I love it because God will never leave his people. I love seeing it in action. Not like the easy Kenya God anasemanga, I'll never leave you, I'll be with you to the end of ages. That's in Mark, whatever. I'm seeing it. These guys who chose who chose God to be their dad, to serve God, who chose to live a righteous life. I'm seeing it. God never left them. Oh, I love it. And so that's what I want to share. That's what I want to share. Because are having a lovely time, guys. Anyway, see you later. Bye.